realized in the last video I never really introduced myself. I'm Scotland, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Guess I just wanted to be a place where we could all chill, hang out, and have a little bit of peace in our day. As you can tell by today's title, I am doing a reading vlog. So it's the top of the new year, 2022, and I used to be a really big reader when I was younger, but you know, you grow up, times get busier, responsibilities shift or are created, and you just kind of lose time to read books. And I had kind of like a goal last year to read 12 books, so just one book a month, and I didn't even reach it. Okay, I didn't even reach 12 books in 1 year. I was like, what the heck? Being the crazy person I am, I made my goal this year 24 books. So I really want to try to get back into the reading habit, just because I'm also a writer, and I find that whenever I'm not reading, I am really stagnant and I don't really know like what to do in my writing. And I also have a horrible grammar. For a person who has a degree in journalism, I have horrible grammar when it comes to writing, and it's actually a really big insecurity of mine because I'm like, not people thinking I'm stupid because I don't know basic grammar. So I figured if I read more, I would be able to notice like punctuation and grammar and new sentence structure techniques and whatnot. So I also like to read because of that. I work from home and I do social media management, and so I'm always on my screens. And I'm sure a lot of us can relate to this now because of the pandemic and a lot of us working from home. My screen time is embarrassing. I like literally hate seeing my average being a double digit. So I'm trying to work on lowering my screen time. Of course I can't lower it too much because, like I said, of work and my job being social media, but I definitely could lower my TikTok. I'm also really interested in knowing how many of you guys are a paperback versus a hardcover book person, just because I think I'm a paperback person just because it's less cumbersome in my hands. There's just something about having a good floppy paperback that I'm just like, I love it. Or also like a stiff paperback. I'm kind of rambling now, but I just want to point out the book that I'm reading right now. I think I had it in the clip earlier when I first woke up. I'm reading The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalila Harris. I think that's how you say her middle name. And honestly, I was really excited to read this book, but I'm having such a hard time getting through it. It's like a lot of rambly bits, and it's taking a really long time for anything to happen. Well, I should tell what it's about. So basically, the book is about these two black girls who are working at a publishing house, and one of them is being targeted to leave the company. And basically, like, she finds this really scary note on her desk saying leave Wagner now, Wagner being like the publishing house. And so now she's trying to figure out like who left the note for her, and it's just really interesting corporate world dynamics, and also like in the sense of diversity in the corporate world, just because there's only two black girls working at this all-white publishing house. And so it's really interesting in that sense. I wouldn't say it's really interesting, I was interested because of that. Now I'm reading it and it's just really hard for me to keep going, but I want to try to finish it today. And I don't want to DNF it only because I got it for Christmas, and that would be such a waste of my mother's money for me to not finish the book. So I'm really passionate about finishing this book, so let's get to it.
Say belong to you. For all the lies and did she feed those parodies have given me, at least I now know my own body. Daydreaming who I'll be next time I'm wandering. There are things that I could say to melt the world and break your brain and heart. So I don't know why I'm afraid to speak or cause alarm. You deserve the kind of love that isn't said in words at all. So get off of the planet if you can't even breathe. Everybody in this place is dressed up like a person.
It's a pretty chill day, as you can tell. I just finished The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalila Harris. I was really looking forward to reading this book. I remember reading the synopsis when I first saw it and was so interested in reading it. I have to give this book probably a 2.75 out of 5 stars. It's not horrible where I give it 2 stars, but I'm definitely not giving it 3 stars. When I tell you this book is 354 pages and it took me to 229 for something to actually start happening in this book, it's upsetting. And then even then, it didn't even start to get good or make sense until about 330. It was nothing but pure determination and perseverance that got me through this book. And I know I'm kind of being dramatic or harsh, but it's just, for a book that describes itself as Get Out meets Devil Wears Prada or The Stepford Wives, it is so underwhelming. I think that's what's getting me, is that this book was so underwhelming. Being a writer myself, or being someone who likes storytelling, there were so many opportunities throughout all 354 pages of this book for there to be little hints of what was to come at the end of the book, just how any good story is told, and it's just not there. That's this book. As always, it's really late. But I think I want to read a little bit before I go to sleep. And I think my next read is going to be A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So I think I'll try to read a couple pages tonight and then check back in the morning. But I think I'm going to finish this vlog tomorrow. I figured I'm gonna wait to do my digital bookshelf or my digital library or reading journal for a different video, just because I feel this one's probably been a little long. And let me close that. It's red because of my Christmas lights, but I think this video is gonna be a little long already, and I want to put my TBRs. I want to rearrange my bookshelf, so for this video, I'll probably do that tomorrow morning. I'm just incredibly too tired to do it right now, but I think, yes, I'll end this off tomorrow morning while I'm doing reorganizing my bookshelf. I don't know if I will make a whole big deal about doing that tomorrow, so if I decide not to, I'm just gonna say thank you so much for watching. I'm a little delirious, okay? But thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it and that you enjoyed the chill time to hang out together, and I hope to do more of these in the future. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my socials, which will be in the description box below. Goodbye.
The world and break your brain and heart, so I don't know why I'm afraid to speak or cause alarm. You deserve the kind of love that isn't said in words at all, so get off of the planet if you can't even breathe. Everybody in this place is dressed up like the person to their left, and why is that? Oh, why is that? Katie's got a beauty mark that makes the right one hold their heart, but she's covered it all up to look like Esther. Pretty as a silver painted aster. There are things that I could say to melt the world and break your brain and heart, so I don't know why I'm afraid to speak or cause alarm. You deserve the kind of love that isn't said in words at all, so get off of the planet if you can't even breathe. Time is wasted as another. Most people avoid really seeing each other anyway. The truth is all that matters, and you can't convince the rock to flower. Patience is not a virtue if the pears are ripe.